Hey guys, how are you? My name is Matt Ackerson. I'm the founder of AutoGrow.co, as you may already know. And today we're answering the question, does apathy sell? Does apathy sell? So recently, we've been looking at our own sales funnel at AutoGrow because we were just on fire at the beginning of this year. And then there was that thing, as I said in previous videos, just, again, sharing the journey with you guys as usual. The iOS update happened. It affected us, like it affected a lot of businesses out there. It's just interesting. I had a call with another entrepreneur friend of mine, a very successful business. He was telling me, this year in terms of ads compared to last year, it just wasn't as hot for his business. So we've, in our business though, we've sort of recalibrated, we've tested out and just, changed new things. We're focusing more on conversion optimization and, conversion optimization through a bit of personalization, as I started to share in previous videos as well. And just really understanding, okay, how do we get tighter alignment, tighter fit with our target market in terms of better copy, better design, and all that good stuff. But getting back to the question of does apathy sell, I started digging into some recent sales calls to see, okay, in terms of client leads that are, at the bottom of our funnel, they're ready to make a decision or they're pretty darn close. So they decide, hey, I want to book a call. I want to talk to a human. Many times I think it's, in part because the way that our platform works, it's a packaged, productized service. So there really aren't a lot of questions that aren't already answered from the videos and the copy and the design and the visuals on our website. So for us, at least, a lot of people get on the phone. I think this is true for other businesses too. And especially if you have a productized service or a SaaS, maybe you have enterprise pricing, whatever, that you want people to get on the phone with you. Or some sort of coaching package, whatever it might be. But a lot of the time, no matter how well you package it, people want to get on the phone, and it's just often comfort. Like I want to see, who are the people behind this? I want to see, can they make me feel comfortable, just in terms of how they speak, how they present themselves. And we might not be, if you're the client or I'm the client, I might not be objectively honest about that comfort factor and how important that is. Because it's sort of more an emotional thing. It might come down to sort of a gut feeling, like, all right, like, let's give it a shot. But it's a big factor. And so how you speak, your body language, how you present yourself on a sales call is really important. So after reviewing this one call recording with our team member, we were able to pick out some really important and key areas for improvement that, because I had been focused on other things in our sales funnel, I just hadn't picked up on this opportunity before. In addition, I think a big part of it might have been my fault because I may not have clearly explained what exactly I mean and what I don't mean when I had advised this team member on as part of our sales team that apathy sells. Okay, because I've repeated it to him, multiple times in the past. Hey, John, we'll say his name is, apathy really sells. We packaged it, really well. So people, basically the ideal situation is people come on the call and we're just kind of answering some basic questions and then taking the order. But I think what he may have interpreted apathy sells to me, which is to be like literally kind of apathetic. And the way that came through, I think, was hurting his close rate in this case. And there's definitely something to be said for being apathetic, but it's the way in which you are. So my style of selling and what I coach our sales team on doing is always just genuineness, showing a genuine interest in the prospective client who's in front of you and focusing on them. Don't focus on, am I going to close it? Should I close it now? Should I close it now? But no, it's total focus on the client and the person in front of you. And moreover, you having a genuine interest in them in their story, in their business, and then understanding, okay, does it align? Is there a match between what it is you're selling, what your need and your challenges in terms of your business, you're growing your business, and what it is we have to offer and what our value proposition is. And if those two connect, then, that's more of, you're selling yourself, or even better, the client is sort of selling you when you have that mindset, because you're just in a genuine search for that truth with the client when you're on that phone call. And when you're in that mindset too, I think the client, in my experience, this is why in the past I've had literally a 70% close rate consistently, because, other than, of course, I'm the founder, I know the product and, the best, and I know all the benefits, and I know the market the best. But other than that, I think it's just a genuine search for the truth about, okay, I'm not going to try to sell you unless I'm first sold that you have a real sincere need and or are a real genuine match for what it is we have to offer. So I need to ask a certain set of questions to understand that, to make sure I understand your business, to understand where you are at in your entrepreneurial business, career, if you're a brand marketer inside of a larger organization, for instance. And if those things match up, then I'm going to actually sell at that point, to the point where I'll give a call to action and say, all right, so you want to sign up, which package you want to go with, or what type of credit card do you want to use, and in doing so, in asking those types of questions too, that's an example of you assuming the sale. If you're interested in what that tactic actually is, but selling happens too when you give that call to action, and or often you might get a little objection, you might get another question at that point, because like when I've done this in the past, I'll get genuinely excited because I'm like, man, like this person, we can really help them. Like you're saying all these things, and it's like, hey, it's what we do, man. Like just sign up. Like it's great. It's exactly what you need, based on what you're telling me, and that's not my opinion. That's based on me working hard to be objective. So the conversation becomes more of a partnership search for the truth of whether or not it is a fit. And then at that point, that's when you sell. You give a call to action, and in return, you either, maybe you get a yes and you sign the person up, or proceed to next steps, whatever, your sales process, the end of it looks like, whether it's taking a credit card or signing a contract, or maybe you get another question or an objection. All right. And the important thing is, I found too, when answering an objection or a question, is to really focus on the question and be very, very specific in answering it from the angle in which the client asked it, the context they asked it in, and being very self-aware of what you're saying as you say, and saying it with substance, using phrases like, for example, because you're being literal when you mean, for example, because you're about to give an example, but it's also sort of a flag. It's like a green flag, I would say, green for good, green for, let's go. But it's like a green flag, meaning something positive in the conversation, I think, because it means that what you're about to say is concrete, it has substance, it's based on something objective or credible. And I think that when you say things and unpack them in that way, I think it's really helpful too. Another way, so what I did not mean when I said to this fellow team member, who's awesome, in case you're watching this. When I said apathy sells, what I did not mean was part of what I saw in this video, which was, some of the body language. So I think that we kind of came off as a bit too casual. So I think that, internally, when we're talking with team members, we're pretty casual. We get on camera and, we're all in our home offices or wherever it is we're working. There's no, dress code other than, you dress, I guess, business appropriate, like just really, really like we don't have a formal dress code. It's been very rare if we ever have to say anything about it, but I digress. So I think in this case, like we could have dressed just a little more business casual. I think that the body language, the person was kind of looking away from the camera a few times, and as the person was speaking, and then the prospective client in this case, actually began the call by opening up and saying about a past negative experience that they had with a service provider. But when that was said, the body language was like looking away, sort of saying like, yeah, I hear that a lot, and looking away, looking back and forth, and there was a disconnect that was happening in the conversation. And I knew from watching that recording within the first 70 seconds, I was like, okay, this conversation, it could have been turned around, but it's already on track to be a no for earning the sale by earning the trust of this person. Also, I think energy level. When I say apathy, I don't think that your energy level should be low. I don't think you should just kind of like, hey, how's it going? I mean, don't get me wrong, like that can work at a certain level, but you really have to calibrate. I think it's better to start off with just, more something, sit up straight, you lean forward a little bit, like, hey, how's it going? So it's really nice to meet you face to face. What made you think that AutoGrow might be a solution for your business? I'd love to learn more about you and your company. So why did you think it was a fit? And then you're just listening. Spend a lot of time listening. And again, it's about that genuine search. So that is what is meant by apathy, focusing on the person and discovering their needs, and if it is a match for what it is you're selling, and letting them sell you and you internally selling yourself. Not apathy like whatever, man, like I don't care if you sign up, whatever. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. So that's the answer to the question, does apathy sell? And how do you calibrate it? What does that look like? And what does it not look like in conversation, whether you're selling over the phone or through Zoom, for example? So what do you think? What is your sales process like? Do you find anything specific in this video that is actionable for you? What was most relevant to you? And in general, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Tell me, what is your biggest challenge for your business? And if you got value out of this video, please go ahead, hit that like button. It looks exactly like this. It's right below. And hit subscribe as well. Go to our website, autogrow.co, check out our blog, and subscribe to our email list there to be sure you never miss any more great content like this. But if you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell to make sure you get the notifications as well. And autogrow.co, speaking of which, if you are a business owner, if you are a brand marketer, if you are an agency, as a good chunk of our clients are, although we work with lots of coaches and SaaS companies and those selling info products. If you want to get work off of your plate, if you want to be able to delegate unlimited marketing projects without the headaches of hiring, not the typical headaches of hiring, which include going through spreadsheets of applicants, setting up forms, job boards, going to some $5 freelancer marketplace and getting cookie cutter quality, because hey, that's what you're going to get when you pay an unfortunately a very, very inexpensive price. And sure, you might get a usable graphic, but you need some. It's never just a graphic. You got to put that graphic on your website. You want it to be part of a video. You also want to update your WordPress plugins. You want to put it on your Shopify store. You want to tweak this thing over here. You want to set it up as part of an entire funnel. Whatever it might be, with AutoGrow, you get a full team of marketing professionals with 12, so 10, 12, with 12 skill sets included at your fingertips, ready to go, friendly, professional, no hiring headaches. Just sign up, log in, it's there for you. You can delegate as much as you want for one predictable monthly price. And we have a $7 for 7-day trial. So it's very, very easy to get started. Plus, from the day you sign up, you have a 14-day money-back guarantee. So you get 7 days for $7, and then you have an additional 7 days still for your peace of mind, just to make sure it's a fit for you. And it's an amazing value. It solves a real problem for a lot of people. So what are some of the skills that are included in this team? I mentioned there are 12. A few of them, right off the top of my head, are design. So landing pages, ads, graphics, whatever you need design-wise, logos, we can do it. Design, development, copywriting, video motion graphics, and video editing we just added. Hello to our video, one of our amazing video editors on the team who I know is editing this right now. What's up? What's up, man? How you doing? Voiceover, strategy, ads management, and more. So it's an amazing value. It solves a real problem. It helps you to scale up your business, your agency, whatever type of company you are. Go check it out at autogrow.co. You can sign up for just $7 and try it out. I think every business sincerely should have an AutoGrow account, and we're working to make that real, one step at a time. So I encourage you, go check it out. It's amazing. It's a great team. And we're happy to answer your questions and to get on a call with you and to sell you, but in a no hard sell, apathetic way. So check it out at autogrow.co, and we look forward to working with you. So until next time, again, hope you guys are enjoying this video, this video series that we're doing, and I'll see you in the next video. So keep auto growing, stay focused. Talk to you soon.